Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to episode 4 of the build of the Admiral Graf Spee. Today the episode is about how I went from this on the last episode to this. This is just dry fit, but even so, stay tuned. And hello guys, how are you? As you remembered, the last episode we dealt with the cannons, with the hull. We tried to do some minor modifications on the superstructure of the Admiral Graf Spee. We used the Edward photo edge set to detail this a bit. I tried to, have fun basically, and that's what I did. It's a lot of fun to work with this photo edge set, to do all this hard work, but in the end it's visual, rewarding and fun mainly. So today I want to show you what I did, the weathering I did on the hull, on the deck, and some minor improvements I did on this kit. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always I hope you are safe. Now let's start by priming the Admiral Graf Spee. For this, as you know, I use Mission Models primers. I really do like this primer. I know that you have some difficulties, some of you have some difficulties dealing with this. That's why I'm always repeating the same process. We're working here as 3 parts, each part 10 drops. I use more 5, 6, 7 for good measure, no problem at all. First of all, we put the 35 drops, okay? And then we use the MMA 002 or 3 thinner. So for each 30 to 35 drops, we will use 6 to 7%, which is kind of a 7-8 drops, okay? And then in the cup, we have to stir very, very well. Remember please, this primer and thinner are a 2-part system, okay? They need each other in order to have good coverage, okay? Then at 17, 18, 90 psi, which is better for you, you just use it on the model. Build up your coats, wet coats, okay? And if you overspray, don't be afraid, because this settles down very, very, very well, okay? Oh, and that optional liquid I poured, it's the polyurethane mix additive. Just 1-2 drops, okay? It makes the paint a little bit more soft. I cannot explain it. It smoothens even more the paint. You can use it on all paints. I use it on primer, on every single coat that I give. Just 1 drop or 2, it will be just fine. And here I have to say that the superstructure is not completed yet. Why am I priming it already? Well, there's a few details. In my opinion, they have to be painted off before assembly, and I want to decide which type of camouflage I want to put on Admiral Graf Spee. What you will see here is very basic. It's the hull with the gray, the black stripe and the hull red color. But I am still trying to decide which camouflage to put on the video. So that's why I'm just priming each piece individually. And well, here I can't believe I'm saying this. I I was not pleased with the details on the cannons. With photos, they had rivets, very, very big ones, and I thought that buying an extra set, photo etch set, rivet set, it would help. And if this isn't humor, it's approved by the Gnomes and Elves, Elves and Gnomes Association. If this isn't humor, I don't know what it is. And I cannot believe but what I'm going to say, but I am going to use this. Now, I really wanted to use some life color paints for a long time, and I'm using this model as an opportunity. Life color is always known by their high quality pigments. They offer excellent coverage and smooth application. Despite enjoying mission model paints, I really wanted to try these. They also say that it's non-toxic, which makes the paints user-friendly and easy to clean up. So I'm going to see if this is true. Probably it is, because these paints are known for that. And if you want to know which paints to use on different charts, I'm putting the RAL, the mission models, and the Tamiya paint on this video. Please confirm it, okay? Because, well, sometimes I may be wrong in one or two paints, so before commenting that I have this one wrong, please do it, but make sure that you always check all the information. And now we are painting the black waterline of this vessel. I started from downward to upward. Well, I thought it was better to do this. If you think it is better from going up, down, please explain me why or tell me why. I'm open to all explanations. As you know, I don't pretend to be an expert. I'm not. This is just my hobby, okay? All techniques, I researched them. I saw them on books, on videos. I don't pretend that I am one of those technique pioneers. I am not. I just want to relax a bit. So I thought I used some Tamiya masking tape and that curve tape to underline the hull mark. Now, please, I want to bring to your attention one thing. As you can see, I'm painting the black water line of the Admiral Graf Spee, but I'm not using pure black, not even matte black. I'm using a very, very dark gray. I'm painting a dark gray waterline on the Admiral Graf Spee instead of using the black to account for the scale reduction factor. Allow me to explain. On a scale model, true black can appear too stark. This is only my opinion, and on that side, even unrealistic. And that makes the model looks less convincing, you know, when you look at it. Using a very dark gray, in my humble opinion, helps to create more accurate, visually appealing representation. This is only the best English I can muster to explain. This technique is also known as scale color, you know, and adjusts the intensity of colors to reflect how they would appear on the actual ship when viewed from distance. By using the dark gray in this case, the waterline, in my opinion again, maintains the depth and realism without the harsh contrast that pure black would create. And this is my interpretation, guys, okay? The real color, yes, was black. And here a little explanation. I'm still debating if I'm using his first color scheme, which was the light gray with the German colors on the cannon, or if I'm using is last Camo scheme, which this darker fits better of the River La Plata battle. I'm really debating. If you have some suggestions, please do it on the comments. I will consider it. I'm really still not decided. I wanted to try these live colors and they are fantastic. Easy to run, easy to apply, and I also like very much these, so much that probably I will use this for any future German ships that I build. And as always, I would like to take this opportunity to thank those who are still here. If you are still watching this video, thank you. If you're new here, consider subscribing, okay? And put that notification bell, smash it, because that will help the channel a lot. As you all know, it's a one-man channel. I do the builds, good or not, it's me. It's all my fault. And I do the video editing the best I can. I also have to make you suffer listening to my English, which sometimes it's... you define it. Sometimes I don't like how I explain my ideas, but well, I do think that you understand it. So smash that notification button and ring that bell. It will help the channel a lot. Welcome, okay? And for those of you who are subscribers, thank you very much. If there's something that motivates me is there's still people coming here, and I really enjoy it, and I'm thankful for that. Remember that photo edge rivet set? Well, I thought that I could put a little bit of rivets on the torpedo launchers and the cannons. So, well, I'm just saying I did it. I'm not going to make you go through all of the process, but I will show it on a video. And for those of you who know Graf Spee, I also know it. And I do know that there are a lot of details that are lacking here, but hey, I'm just an amateur here. Remember what I told you about that black color and the scale reduction factor? You be the judge of it. regarding this deck is great. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. That with a deck gives a little bit more realism to the ship. I'm cool with the deck, but it looks too brand new, not weathered. And as you can see, well, I don't know about you, probably it's good for you the way it is, but I'm always thinking something, and there's a phrase on my brain just rumbling around, and it is, you know what could make this better? Would make this better is this case tympanoline accentuator, Tamiya, and yes, I did this. I never weathered a wood deck, and I was taking risk. I saw some videos, namely one of my good friend Harry Houdini, and I thought, well, why wouldn't I test this, right? And I am diffusing the enamel with a very moistened, light moistened enamel wash brush, and this is the difference, you see. So I do think this got a little bit better. Admiral Graf Spee, Admiral Graf Spee, Admiral Graf Spee. Now, seriously guys, let's try and paint this name plaque. We're going to use Mission Models Gloss Black. I really enjoy this paint. This one and the gold, which I will use next, are top of the list for me. We give a very nice coat, one or two coats of glossy gloss black paint, and then we are going to use my favorite tool on model building, plastic model building, these enamel pens, you know, they are fantastic. I'm going to paint the letters gold, and I'm using brown because, in my opinion, brown is one of the best colors to make the gold color pop up. I will actually use darker color, brown color ahead, but this is no problem at all. You are seeing this light black color. Now here you don't need to be exact. As you can see, there's paint going all over the place, and it's not bad, but it's not good also. But no problem at all. Now we're using this Posca pen, and we again underline the name on top of the brown. But as you can see, that little spilling paint still looks bad, right? It doesn't look very good, and it's not worthy of a model. But what we're going to do next is to pick up that glossy black paint, and because it's glossy, it's very fluid, and with the just a little applicator, which is a high-tech applicator, we're going to make this look right. And because it's the same type of paint, it will blend, and that will help the letters to be more perfect, okay? Then you just go on top again with the gold color, and you be the judge of this. Looks pretty acceptable, don't you think? In my opinion, it does. And now we're going to paint the pedestals. as I said to you previously, brown color is the best to make the gold pop up. Well, this gold color is so good that I'm not even using brown as a base coat. I'm just using the primer, and it's the result. Here it is, the result. After a gloss coat, and they look the business. And before someone comments and said this is metal, this is not the metal. As you can see, well, I like this gold color. Oops, this is, yeah, okay. I like this gold color very, very much. And now what we have to do is, well, we have to glue this base, and we have the Admiral Graf Spee out of the box base painted in what I think is a very worthy for the model. So I didn't use any extras, but yeah. And now weathering the hull. This is a little bit, first of all, I used enamel to do the streaking grime. I will do a video later explaining all this, okay? So this, you don't even need to know how I did it. Everybody knows how to do this. These are streaking grime enamel, and then you blend it with an enamel moistened brush, and you get these rain effects. Armor guys call it rain effects. This is not even perfect. Don't wait for good results on the first application, okay? So I was just having fun for the next hour doing this, but what I really want to bring your attention to was the way I used to weather the red oxide, the down part of the hull. Please notice that these are acrylic paints. I'm going to use acrylic paints. So if you are using acrylic paint, first thing is be quick. Be very quick, because if you are slow doing this, you are making a mistake, and I almost did it. But well, using this sponge and the sponge technique, I used a little bit of the same oxide red color, just toned down with a little bit of light gray, okay? And then I dabbed it on top of the base color, the red hull base color. But what I did here, oh my god, Alex, you're ruining the model, right? As the light hits the paint, I'm just ruining it. But then, with the brush, with a little bit of water, I just blend it all up. But be fast. With the light of the studio, and this is acrylic paint, this dries very, very, very fast. So you have to be quick, okay? You have to be quick. And this is the final result. As you can see, with the weathering and without the weathering, well, I think it's pretty acceptable. Then we unify everything, okay, with a misty coat of the standard, regular, usual red oxide, red hull color, okay? We have to unify it all. Remember, if you're doing this, my advice is don't do it. But if you're doing this, honestly, don't do it. But if you're doing this, again, be fast. The results are not bad at all. Now the superstructure. As you know, in this academy, see this huge gap? Every bridge has one. So we're going to use this evergreen 0.1 or 0.2 millimeters styrene, and we're going to stick it up right in the gap, okay? Use liquid glue to melt the plastic, bond it, And later, despite this is already primed, I will come back, sand it, polish it, and later apply again the primer to see if there are any whatsoever imperfections. And I do think that this method works. It's not the best one or the cleanest one, I think, but if you're going to use those liquids to just cover the gap, it will be a mess. You know, this is very small, so I'm using this method. And you know, I need to motivate myself. So this is dry fit, because dry fit of the model, just for me to motivate myself to see what I've built so far. Guys, any suggestions about the camo tone, please give your advice, do it on the comments, okay? I hope you enjoyed this video as I am enjoying building this one, okay? And as always, guys, as always, keep modeling, always with a smile. Stay safe.